More than 40 years have passed since the beloved sitcom Duty Free first aired, charming audiences with its hilarious and heartfelt tales of holiday misadventures. But what happened to the unforgettable cast after the cameras stopped rolling? Some went on to greater fame, others stepped away from the limelight, and sadly, a few have left us forever. Join us on a fascinating journey through time as we reveal the lives, careers, and remarkable transformations of the stars of Duty Free, then and now. Gwen Taylor portrayed Amy Pierce in Duty Free, 1984 to 1986, when she was 45 years old. Amy is a practical and good-natured woman, often acting as the voice of reason amidst her husband David's schemes. Her grounded character provided a perfect balance to the show's humor and chaos. Gwen Taylor continued to enjoy a successful acting career, appearing in beloved series such as Heartbeat, Coronation Street, and Barbara. As of 2025, she is 86 years old and remains a cherished figure in British entertainment.
Has it been since we had Christmas together? Just the two of us?
Just the two of us?
Right.
I wonder if we can get a room.
We've got one, Amy.
To shoot my bits in a hotel in Sheffield. You can't see the joins. They're so brilliant designers for television that everybody thought I had gone to Spain, so that was...
Keith Barron portrayed David Pierce in Duty Free, 1984 to 1986, when he was 49 years old. David is an earnest and occasionally bumbling working-class man who dreams of living a more luxurious life, often finding himself entangled in humorous misunderstandings during his holiday adventures. Keith Barron enjoyed a prolific career in British television and film, known for his warm, relatable performances. Tragically, Keith Barron passed away on November 15, 2017, at the age of 83 following a short illness.
Go on, David. Show them what sort of a father you are. Break their hearts.
They're not there.
What?
They've gone away for Christmas. Staying with those friends I met in Portugal.
Oh, didn't they leave?
Go on.
This is working. This is...
I did think that.
Was that moment?
Yes. When I went to look my jam, a bit funny about water. I quite like it. But it did come to me.
Roger Slowman portrayed Kev Wilson in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 38 years old. Kev Wilson is a down-to-earth and relatable character, often involved in lighthearted conflicts and misunderstandings, bringing a real-world touch to the otherwise farcical situations. Roger Slowman enjoyed a prolific career in British film and television, including notable appearances in Nuts, In May, and EastEnders. As of 2025, he is 78 years old and still occasionally appears in television roles.
Dave left. They didn't even have a whip round.
Yes, well, there was some talk of a collection, but it was pointed out that since you'd just been given a gold watch, 2 presents in one day may be overdoing...
There was struggle, but there was incredible community spirit. Any questions?
Helen Fraser portrayed Emily in Duty Free, 1984, when she was 42 years old. Emily is portrayed as a sweet and practical woman, often offering common-sense advice amidst the chaos created by the holidaymakers. Her grounded nature provided balance to the show's more exaggerated personalities. Helen Fraser became a familiar face in British TV, known especially for her role in Bad Girls. As of 2025, she is 82 years old, having retired from acting after a long and successful career.
Pardon?
No, I mean, it's just sales talk, Emily.
Oh, is it? Well, I don't agree. She's certainly seen deep into my character.
I've decided I'm going to wear a skirt, and he said, a skirt? In a woman's prison? You must be mad, the hands are everywhere. Oh. So I said, all right, I'll wear...
John Barron portrayed Sir Geoffrey Stoneleigh Jackson in Duty Free, 1986, when he was 65 years old. Sir Geoffrey is portrayed as a distinguished and somewhat pompous figure, adding a touch of formal British humor to the lively ensemble. His character embodied the classic upper-class stereotype, providing sharp contrast with the more down-to-earth characters. John Barron was a respected character actor, famous for his role as CJ in The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. John Barron passed away on July 3, 2004, at the age of 83 due to natural causes after a distinguished career.
Rather successful. We have one most years, you know, a few friends from along the coast. some people from the hotel. We tried to keep it fairly exclusive.
No, I do agree.
Tried to avoid
Cruel. Because he would sack a man,
Armen Malikian portrayed the policeman in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 41 years old. The policeman is portrayed as diligent yet often perplexed, finding himself entangled in the bizarre situations created by the tourists he is tasked to monitor. His serious approach to absurd situations often heightened the show's humor. Armen Malikian enjoyed a diverse career in international film and television, with appearances in Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade and Mind Your Language. As of 2025, he is 81 years old, retired but respected as a veteran actor with a richly multicultural career.
Bill, and with the hotel property in your possession. You tried to give the manager the impression you had just arrived by the process of walking out backwards.
No, that's not true.
Let me ask.
To countries like from characters to characters, from stories to stories, in search of discovering perhaps, or never discovering, who you really.
Fraser Hines portrayed himself in Duty Free, 1984, during a special guest appearance when he was 40 years old. As a well-known television personality, his character added a layer of playful meta-humor to the show, delighting fans familiar with his earlier work. Fraser Hines is best known for his long-running role in Emmerdale and his portrayal of Jamie McCrimmon in Doctor Who. As of 2025, he is 81 years old, continuing to attend fan conventions and occasionally appearing in television and audio dramas.
You were the best thing in it, according to the wife. Something to do with muck spreading.
As the farm manager.
That's right. Now I'm going to tell you your name. Jerry.
Yeah. Whenever he tried to work the TARDIS, the doctor always said, no, Jamie, no, Jamie. So
yeah.
That's my excuse anyway.
Well, you briefly touched upon what we...
Damaris Haymon portrayed Lady Stoneleigh Jackson in Duty Free, 1986, when she was 57 years old. Lady Stoneleigh Jackson is depicted as a genteel and slightly eccentric aristocrat, whose traditional values humorously clash with the more modern attitudes of the other characters. Her charming quirks brought a delightful touch of old-world grace to the show. Damaris Haymon was best known for playing similar eccentric upper-class ladies in British television, including Doctor Who and Says Les. Damaris Haymon passed away on June 3, 2021 at the age of 91, from natural causes after a long, beloved career.
And there was a bit in episode 3, I think.
John Forjam portrayed a character in Duty Free, 1984, when he was around 43 years old. A seasoned English actor, Forjam was known for his strong screen presence and his work in both film and television, notably in series like Footballers' Wives. Throughout his life, he was celebrated for his dedication to the craft and his charismatic performances. Sadly, John Forjam passed away on March 10, 2017 at the age of 75, after suffering a fall at his home which led to internal bleeding. His legacy lives on through the memorable characters he brought to life.
Oh, yeah, very tasteful. And a Gucci shoes, very nice.
And I couldn't resist just...
I fancy it's all tied in with the anti-missile gear.
You mean Christie's gone crook on his oppos?
Well, it figures, doesn't it? He picks up 200 grand in dollars.
Trader Faulkner portrayed the customs officer in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 56 years old. The customs officer is a strict yet comical figure enforcing the rules while often getting caught up in the traveler's hilarious predicaments. His stern demeanor added an amusing contrast to the free-spirited antics of the holidaymakers. Trader Faulkner had a distinguished career in both stage and screen, particularly known for his Shakespearean performances and appearances in British television dramas. Trader Faulkner passed away on April 14, 2021, at the age of 93 due to natural causes after a remarkable career that spanned several decades.
New passport. I lost the other one.
A man of mystery, senor.
Gracias.
Senor, we have reasons.
And I was one of 5 chosen to be part of Richard III crowd scene at the Tivoli Theatre in Sydney when was it?
Tony Selby portrayed Charlie in Duty Free, 1986, when he was 48 years old. Charlie is a lively and roguish character, bringing a fresh energy to the series with his sharp wit and streetwise charm. His arrival added new layers of humor and tension among the main cast. Tony Selby was a beloved British character actor, widely recognized for his work in shows like Get Some In, Doctor Who, and EastEnders. Tony Selby passed away on September 5, 2021, at the age of 83 following a long and respected career.
The liberty of opening it. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
Well, if you'd like to check the contents, make sure everything's there. For our peace of mind.
Yes, yes.
It would be like putting out Doctor Who and saying, starring Tony Selby and Colin May, or Tony Selby and Sylvester McCoy. You don't do that.
Ray Mort portrayed George in Duty Free, 1984, when he was about 58 years old. George is a good-natured and easygoing figure who often becomes an unwitting participant in the main character's misadventures. His laid-back attitude provided many light-hearted moments throughout the series. Ray Mort was well known in British TV, appearing in series like Coronation Street and Brookside. Ray Mort passed away on July 4, 1994, at the age of 68, due to cancer, leaving behind a legacy of memorable television performances.
And Livingston on this one. No. The fact is, I had this row with my wife, and she planted hotel property in Mackay. So when the police arrived, she persuaded me to dress up as a...
Neil Stacy portrayed Robert Cochrane in Duty Free, 1984 to 1986, when he was 42 years old. Robert is a suave and confident businessman, often portrayed as a contrast to David Pearce's down-to-earth persona. His character added a layer of sophistication and rivalry to the series' comedic dynamics. After Duty Free, Neil Stacy continued working steadily in television and stage productions. In 2025, he is 83 years old, retired from acting but fondly remembered by fans of classic British sitcoms.
What? After. It started already. They'll soon be running around in funny hats, playing games, asking us to wrap each other up in lavatory paper.
George Camiler portrayed the manager in Duty Free, 1984, when he was around 42 years old. The manager is a minor but memorable character, overseeing the hotel's daily operations with a weary patience that hints at his long experience handling troublesome tourists. His composed demeanor often contrasts comically with the guests' antics. George Camiler had a steady career, often playing Mediterranean characters in British television and film. As of 2025, he is 83 years old, living a quiet life away from the public spotlight after retiring from acting.
The Alhambra?
Yes.
The Alhambra? The wibbles at the Alhambra are this big.
Ricardo Montes portrayed Pedro in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 60 years old. Pedro is a cheerful and accommodating local, often helping or humorously complicating the tourist adventures. His warm and lively nature made him a fan favorite in the series. Ricardo Montes had a long and vibrant career, especially known for his roles in Mind Your Language and other British comedies. Ricardo Montes passed away on October 26, 2010, at the age of 87 after a battle with cancer.
Forgive me, Signora. That is Rodrigo, his wife. She left him last week.
Oh, I am sorry.
She...
Joanna Vanisagam portrayed Linda Cochrane in Duty Free, 1984 to 1986, when she was 43 years old. Linda Cochrane is a sophisticated and elegant woman whose affair with David Pearce fuels much of the show's central comedic tension. Her poised yet emotionally complex portrayal made Linda a standout character. Joanna Vanisagam continued a steady acting career in British television, appearing in shows like Rumpole of the Bailey and Fraud Squad. As of 2025, she is 83 years old and lives a quieter life, occasionally involved in theater and television projects.
My mother was a saint, Linda.
Well, she is now, Robert. At least it was mercifully quick.
Alan Curtis portrayed a guest in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 54 years old. Although his role was small, his character contributed to the lively and bustling atmosphere of the holiday resort setting, offering brief but memorable interactions with the main cast. Alan Curtis was a familiar face on British television throughout the 1960s to 1980s, often playing suave or authoritative characters. Alan Curtis passed away on February 18th, 2021 at the age of 90, due to natural causes after a prolific and respected career.
Chilled. What a cheek. They don't pay him for sitting over there hobnobbing with the guests. Now I get some action. You have to be firm with these sort of fellows.
Carlos Douglas portrayed Carlos Mendes in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 48 years old. Carlos Mendes is a friendly and resourceful local, often helping the tourists navigate unfamiliar territory while adding to the show's colorful atmosphere. His warm and approachable nature made him a memorable part of the series' setting. Carlos Douglas had a career mostly in supporting roles, contributing to both British television and theater. Carlos Douglas passed away on December 18, 2004, at the age of 68, following a brief illness, leaving behind a legacy of solid and dependable performances.
Like that, it might never happen. I see it already has. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, it's Christmas time. I want you all to get the Christmas spirit.
Bunny May portrayed the assistant manager in Duty Free, 1984, when he was approximately 44 years old. The assistant manager is a humorous and slightly flustered character, tasked with maintaining order amidst the holiday chaos, often with limited success. His comedic timing added lightness and fun to the resort setting. Bunny May was a popular comedian and actor, known for his appearances on British variety shows during the 1970s and 1980s. Bunny May passed away on November 30th, 2017, at the age of 77, after a celebrated career in entertainment.
Beautiful telephone.
That is mine, signore.
It's very nice. Finally, I seized my chance, using my husband as an unwitting accomplice. May God forgive.
Mark Kolano portrayed El Macho in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 29 years old. El Macho is a flamboyant and somewhat exaggerated character, adding bursts of energy and humor to the storyline through his over-the-top bravado. His larger-than-life persona made him a memorable figure in the show's colorful setting. Mark Kolano continued acting in both film and television, and as of 2025, he is 70 years old, enjoying a quieter life while occasionally attending fan events.
To pass close to the body and allowing him to make use of the more intricate passes, such as the rondolero and the pendulo, you see?
Diane Bull portrayed Angela in Duty Free, 1984, when she was 32 years old. Angela is a lively and spirited young woman whose zest for life adds a youthful energy to the group of holidaymakers. Her character often acted as a catalyst for comedic misadventures. Diane Bull had a promising career on British television, but tragically passed away on December 23, 1998, at the age of 46 after a sudden illness, cutting short a vibrant and talented life.
There's
no need to snap.
Sorry, but we've been doing this for years, remember?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters.
Ray Marion portrayed the croupier in Duty Free, 1984, when he was 51 years old. The croupier is a calm and professional figure in the resort's casino scenes, adding an air of sophistication and quiet tension as the tourists try their luck. His composed demeanor provided a sharp contrast to the often chaotic behavior of the main characters. Ray Marion worked steadily in supporting roles across British television and theater. As of 2025, he is 92 years old, living a private life away from the entertainment industry.
Madame, please be careful when you place your bets.
Wait! Excuse me, I've got to get to the set. Look, will you wait, hang on. Give me a minute, I'm sorry.
Who is your favorite character from Duty Free? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.